I'm definitely up for fighting. There's a lot of names in the division, for sure. But at the same time, look at what this creates as well. I'm a fighter and I understand that economics of business as well. And this does good business.
Lost. And if he beats me, then where does that leave me? So it's two people who can't lose, who don't want to lose, who never back down, who keep on fighting, and that's why this is war, and I'm ready for war.
I really look at Dylan as a rival though. No? No. Just another body, really. They got a lot of hate for me. A lot of people.
I ain't got no hate to you, bro. I got no hate for you, bro.
A lot of people hate on me, so.
A lot of people, not me.
I've always said exactly what I'm gonna do, and then I've done it. And so, yeah, we're finally here. I predicted the future, but it is surreal, you know, and I had to put in the work to get here, and I'm just excited to be here putting on massive events, and this is just the start of what I'm going to accomplish. So everything else I've said still holds true as well, and this is proof of that. I'm gonna come back, and I've been working in silence. I promise you that. I promise you that. I promise you I know what I'm capable, and this is gonna be the best version of Jake Paul that you're
Dylan, I don't really look at him as a rival. I just watch myself. I'm worrying about my lane and what I'm trying to do. So with Jermaine Franklin, yeah, I was definitely up for that fight, 100%. But it was respect to Franklin. I made it as easy as I wanted to. I could have made it as difficult as I wanted to, you know.
I want to make big events, big fights happen, and strike while the iron's hot. He was a free agent. Let's run it, make it happen, settle the shit talk, and I'm ready for war. I'm excited to be here. Thank you for having me out, Dallas. I love y'all, and I'm gonna do what Conor McGregor couldn't do, and I'm gonna.
I will kill you in the ring. That's Anthony Joshua's blunt warning to Jake Paul, delivered at a fully charged press conference. After a grueling 7-week training camp, Joshua looked laser-focused, ruthless, and completely locked in, making it clear that Jake Paul is stepping into danger he can't talk his way out of.
Training camp, boom, bam, we're here now, ready to rock and roll. So I understand my process, and that's why I worry about myself, not what everyone else's opinions. I know what I've got to do.
Jake Paul keeps claiming he's improving, sparring with world champions and building confidence. But words are cheap when your opponent is Anthony Joshua. All the training clips and bold claims in the world won't prepare you for a heavyweight who has dominated this sport at the highest level. Jake talks about growth. Joshua embodies dominance.
Just getting better and better in the gym. I spar against world champions, you know, and trained with world champions all the time. So plan on that in the future 100%, but taking it one.
Anthony Joshua is a master of fundamentals and experience, showing why skill always beats hype and bravado. He knows what it takes inside the ring and has no intention of revealing his strategy to Jake Paul or the world. Any fighter can talk about their plans, but Joshua's years of top-level competition make him a calculated, deadly opponent. When the bell rings, nothing else matters, just skill, power, and strategy, and he will dominate in a way no internet fighter can match.
Boxing is about fundamentals, right? There's two ways you can skin a cat: knockout or outclass someone with your fundamentals. So it's whatever way I want to go about it, I'll do it. I'm not going to sit here and tell you exactly what's going to happen, because let's be real, everything I say today is irrelevant. From the experience I've had from 7 years ago, I know when that bell goes, it doesn't matter what I've said, what I've eaten, what I've been through in my life. It's just about getting down and fighting to win, one way or another. So I don't know. You'll find out, though.
Tyson Fury's prediction in favor of Jake Paul is bold, but not credible. Anthony Joshua is far from spent and has repeatedly proven that skill, power, and mental toughness always outweigh hype and flashy appearances. Fury may entertain the idea of Paul as a threat, but he ignores the reality of stepping into the ring with a two-time heavyweight champion. While Jake Paul rises in social media buzz, Joshua brings decades of preparation, discipline, and elite-level performance that no influencer fighter can match.
Turn up. I think Jake Paul knocks him out.
Seriously?
Yeah.
Why so? What impresses you about Jake Paul?
I just think Jake Paul would knock AJ out. I think AJ's a spent force, and I think Jake Paul's on the rise. And I like his new heavyweight look.
Jake Paul's trash talk is loud but completely divorced from reality. Calling Anthony Joshua easy work shows a dangerous underestimation of a seasoned two-time heavyweight champion. Joshua has faced every kind of fighter and conquered challenges far beyond anything Paul has experienced. Words do not make fights, and every expert watching knows that hype cannot replace the skill, power, and ring IQ that Joshua brings.
And you know, he's a dumbass, and so it's gonna be apparent on Saturday when he's the one that gets knocked out. I mean, genuinely, fighters always say this, there's the back and forth, but Piers, I'm being so honest, man, this guy is easy work.
Johnny Nelson sums it up perfectly. Jake Paul may imagine he can handle Anthony Joshua, but he's walking into the ring with a fighter who finishes and dominates. Joshua doesn't play games inside the ropes, and Paul's showmanship won't translate into success. For seasoned observers, this is a clear mismatch. A high-stakes fight for the purse, but a harsh lesson in the difference between hype and genuine world-class heavyweight boxing.
Because Jake Paul is crazy. If he thinks he can get it with Anthony Joshua, former two-time heavyweight champion of the world, and play tiddlywinks, I don't think AJ plays touch. He plays knock.
Jake Paul is crazy if he thinks he can just get it with Anthony Joshua. One expert warns, the former two-time heavyweight champion doesn't play lightly, he plays to knock out. There's no room for games or showmanship when facing someone of Joshua's caliber.
I said to Jake Paul, you ain't in a box, mate, and this ain't David Blaine. I said, so just be careful, because AJ will take your head clean off your shoulders, and it's you know, it's dangerous.
Yeah.
And you take on that responsibility, and we all have to, so we got to think about that. But this is Anthony fighting a top 50 cruiserweight in the world. It's not something that we would normally do.
Yeah.
Eddie Hearn's warning is clear. Jake Paul is stepping into serious danger. Anthony Joshua is a former two-time heavyweight champion with skill and power capable of ending fights in an instant. This isn't social media hype or entertainment. It's real combat. Paul is entering a world he has no true experience in, and underestimating Joshua's ability is a risk he cannot afford. Every Joshua fight is calculated, precise, and explosive. A stark reminder of the gap between a true champion and an influencer fighter.
His chin's gone.
But he's still Anthony Joshua.
Which is stiff and no rhythm and no skill, just power.
You're serious?
Jake Paul's claim that Anthony Joshua only has power is dangerously naive. Underestimating a former two-time heavyweight champion is a massive mistake. Joshua's skill, timing, and ring IQ remain intact and lethal. Even if some question his chin, his ability to control the fight, read opponents, and deliver decisive punches cannot be ignored. Paul is entering a league where charisma and confidence don't replace decades of experience, precision, and raw heavyweight talent. Exactly what Joshua brings into the ring.
But if I can beat Jake Paul, then excuse my French, what the fuck is Anthony Joshua going to do to Jake Paul? I think my dad said that AJ could beat him with his prick, and I completely will back that up. Even if AJ had a broken arm in there, it still wouldn't go past a minute.
The threat Anthony Joshua poses is overwhelming. Even imagining worst-case scenarios, Joshua's power and efficiency make the fight feel almost one-sided. Jake Paul's bravado will crumble against a fighter who can end contests in moments. This isn't just hype. It's the reality of facing a former two-time heavyweight champion. Skill, power, and experience far outweigh social media fame, and Joshua's presence in the ring turns every fight into a lesson in why preparation and talent cannot be ignored.
It's a dangerous fight. Of course, it's a dangerous fight, but I'm not here to be there selling their show. I've got no interest in the fighters from that perspective. I just think that he is a licensed boxer. He trains. He knows what he's getting involved with. He's not an idiot, and he knows what he's going to be up against. But he must believe in himself.
Frank Warren highlights the real danger of this fight while respecting Joshua's professionalism and preparation. This isn't a sideshow. It's a legitimate heavyweight contest. Joshua has trained, fought, and mastered the mental and physical demands of this level. Jake Paul may bring confidence and social media energy, but he is untested against a genuine two-time heavyweight champion. Belief is one thing, skill and experience are another. Every round will show why Joshua's preparation and elite experience dominate over hype and spectacle.
Whatever happens will be exciting.
Does he have the power to knock out Joshua?
No, he hasn't got the power to knock out Joshua.
How does that fight end?
Jake Paul going in an ambulance, bro.
Derek Cazorla sums it up bluntly. Jake Paul lacks the power, experience, and skill to threaten Anthony Joshua. Fans may tune in out of curiosity or hype, but real fighting ability cannot be substituted. Joshua has dominated elite competition for years, and his punching power, ring intelligence, and composure make this a one-sided matchup. The likely outcome isn't just entertainment. It's a hard lesson in the difference between hype and a seasoned champion.
I don't believe to fight Anthony Joshua. It's not like he's beaten, 4 or 5, top line heavyweights, other heavyweights. I don't believe he's boxed any heavyweights.
Tuke McKenzie makes the danger crystal clear, highlighting the massive gap in experience and skill. Jake Paul is untested against true heavyweights, and stepping into the ring with Anthony Joshua is reckless. In this matchup, size, experience, and elite training all overwhelmingly favor Joshua. The danger is real for Paul. His record and preparation cannot compare to a two-time heavyweight champion. Fans may be intrigued by the spectacle, but Joshua's power, fundamentals, and championship experience dominate every aspect of this fight.
It's just a gross mismatch.
Yeah.
Like, you don't understand his health is in jeopardy. So, I'm not even entertaining it. I just think it's dangerous. And listen, I might have to work it, but it's just...
It's kind of ludicrous, isn't it, really?
It's insane. This boy is nuts. Is nuts. And I think he's putting his life before he's putting his life before money.
Yeah. Tony Bellew cuts through the hype and exposes the harsh reality. Jake Paul is gambling with his health and safety against a two-time heavyweight champion. Anthony Joshua is a powerhouse who can end fights instantly. The physical and technical mismatch is staggering. Money cannot replace skill and experience, and this fight underscores the consequences of overestimating oneself. Fans may want to see action, but the reality is clear. Joshua's preparation, strength, and ring IQ make this contest extremely one-sided and dangerous for anyone stepping into his path.
Financial welfare, but Jake Paul going into a fight with Anthony Joshua, to me, is absurd. I mean, Anthony Joshua is a legitimate two-time heavyweight champion of the world. He may have got destroyed by Daniel Dubois, but notwithstanding, there's nothing physically wrong with Anthony Joshua that he can't execute. Mentally, he might be in a little bit of a difficult position after the loss.
Simon Jordan points out the absurdity of this fight, and it's hard to disagree. Anthony Joshua is a seasoned two-time heavyweight champion with the power, skill, and experience to dominate. While recent losses may have challenged him mentally, nothing about his physical ability or championship instincts is diminished. Jake Paul may have bravado and social media energy, but facing a true heavyweight is a completely different level. This fight is a stark mismatch. Joshua's preparation, precision, and brutal punching power make him overwhelmingly superior.
Well, Anthony Joshua is talking about wanting warm-up fights before going into bigger fights, but look, it's prize fighting at the end of the day, and the way that Joshua will see it, and Matchroom and all the team, the fans won't like this, by the way.
I don't like it
No,
either.
I don't like it either. But the way that Joshua will see it is as a money grab. He'll see it as an easy money grab, but at this stage of his career, is it a fight he should be taking?
Spencer Oliver reveals the business side behind the spectacle and how Anthony Joshua approaches these bouts strategically. For Joshua, potential warm-up fights aren't just for entertainment. They're opportunities to stay sharp and earn while maintaining control. Jake Paul may generate headlines, but in terms of skill, risk, and reward, Joshua is calculating every move. This isn't casual entertainment. It's a two-time heavyweight champion managing his career, selecting battles he can dominate, and safeguarding his legacy. Fans might debate ethics or excitement, but Joshua's focus is on control, strategy, and dominance. The build-up to Anthony Joshua versus Jake Paul has been explosive, giving fans clarity on what's at stake. This fight is more than a spectacle. It's experience versus hype and raw bravado. If Joshua executes his game plan with precision, his power, skill, and championship instincts could completely overwhelm Jake Paul, proving why two-time heavyweight champions operate on another level. If Paul somehow shocks the world, it would be one of the most talked about upsets in recent boxing history. Mentally, Joshua has the calm, focus, and hunger to dominate, while Paul's confidence may crumble under real heavyweight pressure. This is the fight fans have debated endlessly, and now it's coming to life. Are you backing Joshua to assert dominance or betting on Paul to pull off the impossible?